Welcome to the OCBC National Road Series. Today we're giving a briefing on the Singapore National Road Race, which will be held in Nong Sa, Batam. All riders under the age of 18 must have signed a parent-guardian consent form. Also, anyone racing should have their own medical insurance and be covered. Finally, we will take every care to make sure that your bicycle is kept safe. However, we cannot accept liability for any damage that is incurred during transit. Here is a high-level overview of the day ahead. Please take a moment to see the schedule and to ensure that you do your utmost to help keep everything on time. Registration will open at the Tanah Merah Ferry Terminal at 5:15 AM. Please ensure that you are registered and that your bike is checked in by 6:30 sharp. We cannot entertain latecomers. At Tanah Merah, you can find your name on the list, sign in and collect your kit. At this point, you can tie the race timing chip to either fork as low down as possible. Add your seat post sticker to your seat. Please take off your bike bag if you have one. And add the sticker to your passport, to the front of your passport. You can then deposit your bike with the porters and proceed to immigration clearance. Both ferries will be leaving at approximately 7:20 AM. Just a tip for everyone, we would recommend you turn up in your race kit with your sneakers on. It will help speed up things. Once we get to Batam, please stay on the ferry until we let you off a few at a time. We will be dropping the bikes down from the side of the ferry and we'll be asking each person to take a bike. It will not be your bike. You will then proceed with the bike through customs, depositing your passport with them. You will head across the road where there are scouts guiding you to the plaza. You can then drop off your bike at the appropriate numbered rack. At this point, you can then find your own bike. Those who are staying over or from Indonesia can then collect their race kits once we arrive at Batam. Set up for the race start is actually across the road at the plaza. Here you will find the bicycle racks, you will find pumps as well as some water to refill your bottles. Once you've found your own bike, you can then prepare yourself for the race. Seek mechanic help if necessary, put on sunscreen and make sure that your numbers are visible on your bike. Finally, you can drop off your bag and you're ready for racing. For this event, we have 4 pelotons. Each peloton will leave 3 minutes apart. We will give you ample warning as to when the pelotons are leaving, so do not stress. Please note the number of laps for your peloton and for your individual age group. We have made it so that each age group will be sprinting for the finish at a different time from the other age groups within their peloton. Please also note that these laps are full laps after passing the finish for the first time. A note to all the team supporters out there, your bus will be leaving before the pelotons. We need to get you to the feed zone before the pelotons start racing. A final tip, please head to the toilet early if you need to, because they are limited and we don't want to start racing and have someone left behind. Once we head out of Batam Centre, the first 10 kilometres are neutralised. They will be running at about 30 kilometres an hour. Please respect the police in front and do not try and ride right up behind them. At the start area, there is a small rise and there will be a sign on the left-hand side saying start. This is essentially the road that follows the airport. It's a nice wide open road, so it's a good place to start the racing proper. There is a junction at the top where we ask you to exercise caution. It is a smaller road before we get to the circuit. Here is the circuit in a little bit more detail. As we said, you will be going around the circuit in a clockwise manner. Past Tearing Bay, which is just after the finish, there will be a big BMC flag there. This is where you will come in after your race sprint to get off the circuit. The feed zone is actually on the largest hill, making it nice and safe for people to distribute water. There will be 4 ambulances distributed around the course and on call if necessary. For the water support, we are using aqua bottles, which can actually act as a bidon. They will fit into the bottle cages and are quite safe and sturdy. If you are going to throw these bottles, please look out for the dump areas, which are just at the start of the hill climb to the feed zone, as well as 1 kilometre before the finish. Please ensure that you do not throw your bottles anywhere else. If you are caught by a commissaire or a marshal, you will be time penalised or potentially. The feed zone is on the large hill heading up towards the right hand turn where we entered the circuit. The feed zone is actually on the right hand side as you ride up the hill. It is safe because we will have marshals at the top of the hill ensuring no cars are coming over, and all traffic should be in the same direction as the cyclists. All the feed zone personnel will be on the right hand side, making it easier for cyclists to grab the bottle with their right hand. The feed zone is very long, so it does mean that supporters can space themselves out quite well. There is a mechanic area at the top of the feed zone in case you need assistance. As stated, there are 4 ambulances in attendance at this event. We also have a contingent of Singapore medics, a nurse and a Singapore doctor on site helping us with the event. You are very well covered from a medical perspective, and we want to ensure that you are safe and secure throughout the race. We would like to highlight that this race is under UCI rules. Please do not interfere with other pelotons that may be overtaking you. If there is an age group sprint within your peloton and it is not your age group, please do not get involved. Do not lead out anyone else from another age group during the sprint. At all times, obey commissaires and the marshals. If they ask you to fall back or drop back, then you should do so. Failure to comply could mean disqualification. Each rider is responsible for counting their laps or their overall distance. However, we will try our best to assist you in identifying your last lap with a sign that shows a bell and your corresponding age group colour. As you come round for the finish, we will also have a sign that shows your corresponding age group finish. Again, it's the rider's responsibility to make sure that they've counted their laps correctly, but we will assist where possible. Once you're at Tearing Bay, please return your timing chip, as well as take off your Garmin and anything else of value on your bike. All saddlebags and bottles should be taken off your bike at this point. Singapore Customs will confiscate these if they are left on your bike. You can then head for a shower, which is 50,000 rupiah, and a leg massage of 15 minutes at 100,000 rupiah. You must pay in local currency. Lunch will be up from about 12 noon, and prize giving will be from 1 PM onwards. Lunch is at the Tearing Bay Golf Resort. There is beer available at a very good price, and there is a buffet, 3 buffet tables available. At 1 PM there will be the prize giving for both the winners overall as well as the Singapore winners by age category. After lunch and the prize giving, we will then have the buses ready to take everyone back to Batam Centre. We will be calling up people according to their bib numbers in groups of 50, so that we can give back your passport and your boarding pass easily and get you on the buses in groups of 50. The buses will be waiting, They will take you to Batam Centre, where you can then proceed up to the second floor and go through customs and immigration. Once we're back at Tanah Merah, we will start unloading the bikes again, but this time we will call out the numbers for each bike. So please stay on the ferry until someone calls your bib number. You can then proceed to get off, take your own bike up to immigration and pass it to the customs officials. At this point, you can then go through immigration and then head outside to the car park B, where your bike will be waiting for you. We trust this short presentation has helped to clarify the day ahead. We'd also like to at this point thank the Batam Tourism Board and all of the officials, as well as OCBC Bank and of course Singapore Cycling Federation for putting on this fantastic event. Thank you everyone. If you do have any questions, head up to the Psychosports staff and please ask them and we can hopefully clarify. We'd like to wish everyone well today in the race ahead and please ride safe, ride on the left and enjoy the day.